That right there was somebody's little sign with the 10 Commandments. It's laying in the right place. You know, I'm wondering, people do this so unconsciously. Why would you post the 10 Commandments in a public place when you yourself can't even keep them? I'm sure you'll be breaking at least one of them, right? And if you are under the belief of that law that you have to keep every one of them, never mind Jesus, because that's just a cop-out for your inability to be righteous. But why would you post a document of indictment? You know, that was the whole concept in Christianity, that Jesus nailed that document to the cross, taking away the handwriting that was against us. But you're still breaking commandments, right? Only now you don't have a penalty to go with it. And Jesus wasn't a fix to make you righteous. I can tell you what will make you righteous is when you can finally live at peace within yourself, when you have silenced your accuser, which is yourself. You are constantly accusing yourself and being your own judge. Jesus could die 1,000,000 times and you would still be your own judge, unless you have a seared conscience. Then you just break the law and don't give a shit, right? So, but I tell you how you can become righteous. Like I said, you have to make peace within yourself. You have to silence the voice of judgment within yourself. And that has to do with trauma. You have a storehouse of programming in your subconscious mind that, you know, all the stuff that your parents did and said to you when you were little, all the stuff that other people said to you in disapproval and correction, mostly the negative stuff, because you had the negative effects of trauma, but you didn't have the rational mind at the time. Your little child psyche created false beliefs about yourself that are now stored in your subconscious and become your accuser. Because you probably feel unconscious guilt, shame, and condemnation because you could never do anything right when you were growing up. That is the voice that now speaks from your subconscious, and most people mistake that voice to be the voice of God, right? Have you ever wondered why everybody's God voice is different? For some people it's really harsh and condemning, and for other people it's loving. It's all tied to your upbringing. If you had parents that were harsh and critical, you're going to have a God image that is harsh and critical. If you had loving parents, you're going to have a more loving God image. This God image is molded in our psyche like putty, like Play-Doh in our hands. Our psyche will shape and mold the image of God based on our upbringing. And so, like I said, you don't need the 10 Commandments to remind you how bad you are. In fact, you don't need to consider the 10 Commandments at all. You just need to reconcile within yourself these false beliefs that you have created in your child mind about yourself, that if your parents didn't love you, you must be a bad person, right? You must be a sinner, that you were not worthy of love, when that is a basic human need. But our parents were so stressed with their own trauma that they were incapable of showing us the care and love that we as children deserve, right? So that is what you need to make right. And you have to do that through shadow work. You have to do that through rebellion to right these wrong beliefs. And then you can keep the 10 Commandments without a problem, because the accusing energies are no longer active in you. Right? So, Sprikey, come here. Come here. So the accuser of the brethren needs to be cast out. You need to right these false beliefs in your subconscious. And that is done through shadow work, through trauma work, through becoming aware of what we believe and why we believe it, and how does it tie to our upbringing, right? How does it tie to the pattern that we learned from our parents and teachers and preachers who instilled these things? I hope this helps. You have a wonderful day. Today is April the 14th, 2025.